That was an obvious joke on Jim Carrey. I'm getting the feeling that that Sonic movie is not going to be very good. So here we have Sonic the Hedgehog number 7. And I'm going to tell you, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. So I'm just going to tell you right off the bat, this is worth the action alone. I think tops a lot of the action from the first 6. What you have here is Sonic and Tails going up what they hope or think is Eggman. I won't spoil it right now because we're in shadow mode. I don't know where shadow is. I've been rearranging the house. So we're in shadow mode. We're in Sonic mode. So in Sonic mode, we're not spoiling anything. I'm tired. So this one here is Sonic the Hedgehog number 7. This is where they go up against what they hope or think is Eggman. Because there's 2 Eggmen, right? A Gemini of sorts. So this one here deals with Sonic, Tails, Amy, and Knuckles going up against Eggman's fleet. It's very simple. It's not very complicated. The level of which you're dealing with here is not complicated. It's not Archie comics complicated. But I like what's going on in here. And I like the sort of rainbow effect kind of thing for here. This is a hard cardstock cover. I am not sure which cover I got. I got cover B, but I'm not sure which one is the artist. We'll go that into spoilers. But it's not bad. The action was way better. I felt like I was reading something more. But how this revelation of 2 Eggmen is spoiled, it isn't that surprising. So I took off a point for that. I didn't see a whole lot more at stake. What is at stake at the end of this comic book is kind of roll up the eyes, kind of obvious. So, yeah, I felt that this one, of all the Sonic comic books so far, is probably the sharpest. Most people, when they saw my reviews, I think I got 200 views or so for the last one and 500 for the Eggman one. I think everybody really wants something different. They want that sort of like soap opera drama that's going on, like the Freedom Fighters and all these complex web of characters. I mean, they got Tangle, right? The lemur, and they've got some of these newer characters. But I think what needs to happen is we need to see some more world building. I'm hoping Ian Flynn can do this, but I know now that by issue 7, we have some really imposing arch enemies. I don't know what role the real Eggman is playing here and what role the imposter is playing, but it is reminiscent of a game from 2003. So if you know what I'm talking about, then maybe I've spoiled it for you. But anyway, I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10. There's a lot of great color. There's a lot of great action in this one. Now I'm going to go into shadow mode, from Sonic to shadow mode, and we're going to talk about the inside of this. So already you can tell, I mean, this is the cover from the previews. This is beautiful. There was another one where Sonic is running, and you can see it from Eggman's point of view. Very nicely done. There's Tails in his plane, in his tornado. I don't know if it's a tornado 1 or 2. I noticed there's no diamond tip at the end of this, so maybe it's the tornado 1. I'm not sure. And if I can get that in focus, I probably will not. Let me see what I can do. Yeah, I probably can't get this in focus, but here we have all the covers. This one I got, Adam Bryce Thomas. This is the one. This is what this issue is. And we have a previously on Sonic. Sonic and Tails are talking about what's going on with Eggman. Mr. Tinker, what is Mr. Tinker? Is he an imposter? Is he a robot? What is he? And then we got 2 different Eggmen. What is going on here? We got the fastest thing alive. These are nice introductions. I think this might be the first or second time we're seeing the egg pawn for this series. And there's Tails. We haven't seen him in a while. And this is a beautiful shot. I mean, I think the art alone gives this book an 8 out of 10. So, Sonic and Tails are really, they're going to have a lot to do here. I mean, just the action, they're talking to each other. Tails is always the smart character. That's what I base Rai on. If you look at go back and look at my videos for 23 years of story and look at the most recent videos, Rai is based on Tails the Fox. So he's always so smart. And Sonic busts in and takes out one of Eggman's robots. This is a lot of action. Look at that. Just this. This should have been the cover, actually. Now, of course, I think I told you the answer to this last month. So one of them being that maybe Eggman was able to create a biological clone instead of a robot, but Eggman's not that smart. So this is, of course, Mecha Sonic or Neo Mecha Sonic. Or is it Metal Sonic? I don't even know. Mecha Sonic, Metal Sonic. Doesn't it all rhyme? But yeah, I mean, I think everybody kind of guessed this was not a big shock. Look at this airbrush. This is not too bad. It's almost like they took a little bit of what is his name? Ken Pender's school of shading, but not to the degree where you're like, holy shit, what is this? What is this? So yeah, Ken Pender's a hint of Ken Pender's shading. Anyway, let's not talk anymore about that. We get into some of the backstory. There's Sonic, there's Eggman, there's Metal Sonic. Yeah, this is Metal Sonic from Sonic CD days. And he's the real ultimate villain. I have to remember in the Archie comics, Metal Sonic was a total bastard. And there was a time the first version, I guess, saved Tails' life in a volcano. And I think he became Shard. And because Shard, I think, was a Pender's creation, then he got killed off, which was shit. But this is nice. Look at this art. I mean, if the story is paper thin, right? Then you just like the art. And I think this was really nice. And it's imposing. If they can make the stories really match the art, and I really think we need a Sonic universe, some sort of a Sonic companion, so that we can go to the comic book store twice a month. Look at this. This is really nice. This is really good. More action, more reaction. This is very dark. I mean, this is a much darker tone than what we're used to. I mean, I think the first 6 issues prepared us for what was going to happen. I would like to see, what is it, that cat, Honey the Cat, and some of the other characters, Ray and Mighty, because Mighty and Ray are actually now in Sonic Mania. So if you don't see Mighty and Ray in this comic book series, Donald Trump is still not our president, and the Kardashians don't try to look important. I mean, look at this. This is really nice. I might make a Sonic the Hedgehog stained glass window with like transparencies and stuff. But look at this. So it's more the same, more fighting, and it's really it's dynamic. I mean, it's a whole different thing when Sonic is fighting Shadow in the forest. That's one thing, but to go up against Mecha Sonic on the battleship, that's a whole other thing. And of course, he's very smart. He grabs one of the lances from the Eggman robot and just goes like a helicopter. It's very neat. Grabs him. Here's another damning shot. Yeah, this is a really cool Sonic versus Sonic kind of thing. I mean, he's just going to do what he wants to do. But, Sonic, just when you think Sonic will give up, he won't. Tails always, he has Tails. But Mecha Sonic or Metal Sonic is always going to be by himself. And here we have the most important part. No, there's no sexual intercourse between hedgehogs here. But we do have Amy, and we do have Knuckles, and we do have Tails. There's a lot going on. And these are the freedom fighters as far as we're concerned right now. This is just, I like to see, we have to see what's going to make this comic book work. Here, this is what it's going to hear, okay? These 4 characters have to have sub-characters. So you would have Mighty and Ray under Knuckles. You would have different characters from the Tails Game Gear games under Tails. You would have other characters under Sonic, and you would have like Cream the Rabbit, Big the Cat under Amy. So you need sub characters. You need like characters that aren't too great on their own, but when they serve these four, then they're like four different armies, four different like villages of animal characters. Maybe a couple of humans. It wouldn't be so bad to balance out the humans to counterpart like Robotnik or Eggman. So this is the thing that really needs to make or break this. So we'll see what happens with this. So I'm just going over through, most of this. I mean, the banter between these four will get old. But I think if they have sub-characters underneath them, understudies, lieutenants and stuff, this will work. So we'll see what happens. And I'm not sure the meaning of that flower. What does that flower mean? Anybody know? Maybe this is why I don't give it a high score, because I think I like this is blurry on purpose. This is not my phone. It's blurry. It has like a kind of an effect where it's blurry in the front and it's sharp in the back. And of course, we know where they're headed to. It's Angel Island and Knuckles' home, and there's the Emerald. So this is going to be something, and we're going to see Silver. So I feel like here's the weakness, though, about this is that they're tossing all these characters. I mean, if you throw one character, you throw Jim Carrey in there, and then you throw James Marsden in there, and it's just, you throw Ronald McDonald in there next month. You want to be careful. You want to make sure you build on the characters you have established in this continuity, and then the later ones can do their own thing. But of course, everybody knows Silver has to come from the future. He has to know what's going on, what will happen, and help Sonic out to prevent anything more catastrophes. So that's it. Let me go to the fan page, and let's see this one. This is not a bad one. This is Vicky, I guess. Not Whoa Vicky, not that one. Vicky, just plain Vicky. And she's got one of the color squids behind her. This is a nice outfit. Very cool. I wonder if she went to Comic-Con. And then we got Sonic the Hedgehog by Josh. It's really neat. None of my art's going into the Facebook page for some reason. I think they're annoying me. Dad not pictured. He's got some of his art. He's got Sonic. And we got Tangle the Lemur. Where did Tangle go? I think went on her own journey. Hopefully we'll see Blaze the Cat again. Hopefully we'll see more characters. The idea, I think, is that Ian Flynn has to figure out how to world build. There's no way you're going to do a Sonic comic book for years and not world build. So, like I say, it's going to be a very long journey. But introducing these characters is fine. But I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10 because I felt that this was really cool. And what they put out was really special. Overall, we got Transformers Unicron. This was worth it. Will it be worth it next month? Who knows? It's Silver the Hedgehog. Maybe they can bring back Honey the Cat. Maybe they can bring back Scratch and what is it? That one tank from the Sonic the Hedgehog cartoon. Not the Sad AM, and even the original Freedom Fighters. I would like to see them in some capacity because it would make sense and it would be respectful to all the people who collected Sonic comics who are in their 30s now. I'm in my 40s. So, 8 out of 10. This is Maestro Drake signing out. Be kind, be cruel, but be yourselves. And check out the Sonic's gem below.